Is it a midlife crisis or a midlife awakening? I am a woman of a certain age, and this is me paying my life forward in a space for one other woman. And as I ask that question, maybe I'm not having a midlife crisis. Maybe I am just having a midlife awakening. And what comes along with that is the possibility of asking myself, who is a woman over a certain age, you know, am I having a crisis? No, I'm not having a crisis. I absolutely think I am just simply waking up. Do I feel restless? No, I don't feel restless. I think I'm just taking inventory of my life and I'm just deciding that there are some things that I want to do differently because I have more years behind me than I do in front of me. But certainly, God is not done writing my story, as you can see. Does this feel emotional? Maybe a little bit. I could be feeling a little emotional, but not in a bad way because again, I don't think that I'm having a midlife crisis. I think I'm having a midlife awakening. I am waking up to a life that God said it was mine to have. I am recognizing that there are some areas in my life that I can certainly improve in. I am considering what I value. And as I look at my life, I am measuring to see, like, does what I actually value, does it line up with what I'm seeing in my life? And so here I am. I don't know if you can hear the airplane flying over top of me, but I'm sitting outside and I am enjoying this because, again, it is totally not me. Before I put this camera in my face, there was some kind of bugs that was flying around, and I was just like, Jesus, I'm just trying to record my video. But anyway, I'm asking you this question. What if your life is actually not falling apart? What if it's not falling apart? What if you're just taking a moment and you're taking inventory and you're considering that the life that you know is yours to live, when you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror, you're thinking, no, I don't see that life. And so you're ready to make some adjustments. And so over the next 30 days, and I think this is day 7, I've been paying my life forward and just kind of sharing out loud where I am, what I'm doing. And I want you to know that, sis, you're not late, you're not by yourself, and you're not falling apart. I think you're just recognizing that you want to see something different. You are tired of waking up to the life that you don't enjoy. And if you're anything like me, you're like, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. So I'm asking different questions. One of the things that I've noticed is that I'm asking questions now that I never used to ask before you know yes, I have the degrees, yes, I've had the career, I'm currently in full-time ministry, but now I'm not asking the question, how can I do more? That's not the question I'm asking anymore. I'm actually asking myself, am I enjoying my life? Am I waking up in the morning and am I enjoying the life, this one life that God has given me? Or am I just managing it? So again, I am asking myself different questions. Even when I think about where I am a year later, another video, another time, I'm asking myself, am I actually living a life that is paced with a rhythm where I actually am present with the people that I love? And am I doing things that bring me fulfillment and joy, or am I just checking a box? I'm asking the question, who am I becoming? And more importantly, what is it that I want? I've shared in the other video that I am looking at my finances. I have been on a health journey. I am currently dating exclusively, and today is my guy's birthday. And yeah, anyway, see, he's a year and a half later, I'm still giddy and smiling, but I don't know if that's a good sign or I don't know. Anyway, I'm asking the questions. I'm asking the questions. I'm not asking, what does everyone else need? And it's not that that is not important. Let me be clear about that. It's not that it's not important. I am just asking, what do I need? And are my needs actually getting met? And so I want to ask you, that one woman that's going to come back and watch this video, I want to ask you, if you asked yourself the question, what do you actually want? Do you know how to answer it? If you asked yourself the question, what are some of the hobbies that you have, or how do you have fun? Can you answer that question, or do you have to sit and actually pause and thinking about it? And let me just say, it's totally okay if you have to pause. It is totally okay if you have to stop and think about it, because at least you're thinking about it. Because I think there are some of us who we don't even consider that that we should be living joy-filled lives. We're just checking boxes as moms, as wives, as leaders, as entrepreneurs. We're doing a thing. We're getting it done. But are you just existing, or are you actually living the life that God said that you can live? I don't know. I'm just asking you the question. I think the other thing that I'm considering is that I'm not chasing achievement like I used to. When I was younger, it was like, go out, kill the pig, slaughter the pig, fry the bacon, clean the bacon, cook the bacon, get the kids ready, do all. Yes, honey, I run like a horse, but I'm in a different season of my life right now, and I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. So I'm not chasing achievement like I used to. I'm not doing it. I wanted to accomplish everything, and I think that I did. Like, I went to school and I got the undergraduate degrees, I got the graduate degrees, I applied for the jobs, I was given many, many promotions, I was given great opportunities, and then God called me to full time ministry because everything was growing. My son was enjoying his best life, which is why he's such a prince right now, has no idea, some of the sacrifices that I made. My daughter, she got a different version, but yet she still got the benefit from, me pursuing and going after the things. I was building, I was producing. And let me just be clear, there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with having dreams. I am just simply saying that I still believe that there is more to life than me just running after the thing. I still have dreams. I just went back to school. Second half of my life, I'm planning to, pay my life forward in a different way, not different way, but an additional way of, being a marriage and family therapist. I get to serve families all the time, and I'm very excited about it. I still want to be able to speak and teach and coach and write books. I do all of that stuff. I still want to do that. I still want the opportunity to host retreats and, co-facilitate with other people. I still want to do all of that, but I don't want to arrive to those destinations exhausted. So I'm not running and I'm not chasing it. So something has to change. And so as I am rediscovering myself, the things that I think need to change is that I have to recognize that there is no price that you can put on my peace. There is no price that you can put on me making sure that I have margin in my life. I want mornings that do not feel rushed. I love my coffee and Jesus. I love it. I want friendship. I want lots of laughter. As a matter of fact, there was a girl that I was watching on YouTube, and I almost didn't watch her because it felt like she had like this little tick because of the way she laughed. And now I find myself doing the same thing. And when I think about it, she's like probably a couple years younger than me, but I want laughter. So it's not that I don't want to still pursue the second half of my life and career. It's not that I don't want to still write the books. It's not that I don't want to have the opportunity to coach and speak and host retreats and serve people. It's not any of that. I'm just saying I want a little bit of margin. I want a little bit of peace. I want a rhythm that is sustainable. I want to travel. And the places that I want to travel, especially with me sitting outside right now, like doing all of this with the flies, listen, honey, she's opening herself up. Who knows? I might be in the mountains somewhere. I don't want to miss the second half of my life. I've been talking about my hobbies, picking up painting. Some people are doing something called marjan, some kind of like game. Listen, don't get me to stuff. Maybe I'll come back and I'll talk about it when I learn a little bit more, but it seems to be intriguing. We're doing analog bags. We're trying to get off our devices, even though I'm sitting here in front of this camera right now. I want to learn how to crochet. I know how to knit. I'm thinking about photography classes. I'm thinking about cooking classes. So all the other stuff that I was running after, it is still great. But the other things I need to couple so that I can know that I'm not just existing, but I'm actually enjoying the life that God has given me. So the dreams didn't change for me. The dream of all of the things that I want to do, that hasn't changed. It's just the woman. The woman in me right now, she's just not running and she's not chasing it. Yeah. Maybe healing is really what's changing me, because back in August of 2025, God said, I want you to stop hiding. I want you to get over the fear of being rejected. I want you to walk into your healing, and I want you to live the life that I said you can live. That's what he said to me. And, I think that healing is actually making me a lot more softer. I think healing is making me more honest. I think healing is making me more present. I think I am realizing that some of the things that I wanted, I only wanted because I thought I had to prove myself. I had to prove my worth. So I found myself striving. I found myself exhausted. I found myself with the fear of missing out. And now I don't feel like I need to prove anything. I don't need to prove nearly as much. I just want to live well. I watched this other lady on YouTube. It's called The Well Lived Life with Jessica Payne. And I was like, what is it about her? And actually, to be honest, this is really her watching her videos, really what sparked me to even come here and pay my life forward in this way, because she was sharing a story about how her aunt, who was like a mother figure, had worked all of her life, retired, and then a month later had a massive heart attack and died. And she thought to herself, am I actually living my life? So the channel is called Well Lived with Jessica Payne. And when I tell you, she goes thrifting, she goes to the markets, she does pottery, she travels the world with her by herself and with other people. She is dating someone, they are not married. She's living a beautiful life. And when her video comes on, there's this song, and I'm not even getting ready to try to sing it, but at the end, she kind of like does a little dance. And it made me think about me when I get up in the morning and I stand in front of that big mirror in my bedroom and I do a little jig. That's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it a little jig. So I want to live well. I want to live well. I want to live this next half of my life well. And if I can pay where I'm at forward to one other woman to that is coming back to watch this video, that is sitting in her car, that may be listening to this. I just want to encourage you, sis, you're not by yourself. It's not too late. You're not too old. And I want to encourage you to go ahead and live the next half of your life with joy, with margin, with peace. Um, Here's what I'll tell you. Healing isn't changing your purpose. It isn't changing mine. What is changing is my priorities. See, there's that laugh. It feels like a nervous tick. Healing is changing my priorities. I don't even care that cars are driving by and they're like, what is this lady with this gray hair sitting doing with this camera in her face? I'm paying my life forward. I'm being vulnerable and I'm paying my life forward. Here's the other thing. I'm becoming more comfortable disappointing people. Let me just start with my son. I love that kid. He is hilarious. I think you might have heard the story. He called me about his grocery bill, and I was like, bro, there are people next door eating ramen noodles, and you around here with a grocery list like you getting ready to feed a family of 10. I know it's not easy to disappoint people. As a matter of fact, another girl that I follow on YouTube was talking about how she has 4 selfish dates a week. I said, yo, I love that. What she was saying was is that there are some things that she will do just by herself and for herself. And so her daughter will be like, Mom, I want to come with you. She said, no, this is for me. And she said when she first started exercising that muscle of saying no to her daughter about not coming on a personal date with herself, she was just like, I had to get over it. And she did. She did exactly that. She did exactly that. So I can say yes to me because, that's what I want to do right now. I want to say yes to me. I'm realizing that every yes to everyone else can sometimes mean a no to myself. That doesn't make me selfish. If I say no to you to take care of me, how does that make me selfish? It actually makes me more honest, which is why I said I believe this healing journey of me rediscovering myself and realizing that I'm not having a midlife crisis, but I'm having a midlife awakening. That's what's happening. I'm having a midlife awakening and I'm learning how to say no. And I'm okay with disappointing people. Totally, totally, totally okay with that. So I just want to encourage that one other woman who feels like all she's doing is being mom and being wife and being coworker, that it is okay for you to say no. And it's okay for you to feel uncomfortable in the beginning when you start disappointing people because you're saying no. It's totally okay. I just want you to know that. The last thing that I will share with you is that maybe this is what waking up looks like. Maybe this is what waking up looks like at 53. I am just I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I am just saying, hey, go for a walk, go to the coffee shop, go buy the flowers. These sound like very small things to some people, but I want you to know, to me, it's a big deal. I don't think waking up means that I no longer want to be responsible in my day-to-day stuff. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not getting ready to go backpacking in the mountains, but maybe I am getting ready to spend a little bit more time outside and be a little bit more adventurous. I'm not getting ready to move across the country, but maybe I am going to slow down and call a girlfriend and say, hey, would you like to meet me down by the beach and let's watch the sunset? Maybe, I don't know. I know that I'm paying attention. I know that I'm noticing. I know that some of the things that I used to do, they just don't fit my life anymore. And I'm okay with that. I'm giving myself permission to change my mind, which is also why I'm okay with being uncomfortable in the beginning with disappointing people. And so let me just share this with you, sis. You're not by yourself. You are not too old. You are not too late. And it is possible that you could be watching this and you can be feeling like you're having a midlife crisis. But I'm here to tell you, you're just having a midlife awakening. You are waking up to the life that God said that you can have. It's okay for you to pull back. It's okay for you to say no. It is okay for you to protect your peace. It is okay for you to have margin. It's okay for you to sit with yourself. It's okay for you to, decide that you want slow mornings, that you don't want to be ripping and running because everybody else around you is ripping and running. Let me say that again. It's okay to watch everybody else around you rip and run and have their energy on 100, and you just be at peace and you moving at a rhythm that makes sense for you. God is waking me up and I'm paying my life forward for one other woman. And my prayer to you, sis, is that you would join me, come along on this journey, stick with me, go back and watch some of the other videos. I'm committed to sharing 30 days. And again, everything ain't going to happen all in 30 days. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning, okay? And I am loving this season. I'm loving that I am waking up. I'm loving that I'm giving myself permission to sit out here, and it is beautiful. I can't wait for the fall. I can't wait till I do my fall videos. I can't wait because the air is going to be so crisp. And I probably will get to the point where I can walk and talk. Right now, I can only sit and talk. So listen, here we are. I'm doing a Waking Up series, 30 Days of Lachey. I want to encourage you to stick with me. And yeah, just come back tomorrow. That's all I got to tell you. Just come back tomorrow. Because here's the thing, I'm not becoming somebody new. I'm becoming the woman I know that God always wanted me to be. That's the thing that I think is so beautiful. And that's why I'm smiling and laughing because it's like, he's like, praise the Lord. She's listening. She's finally waking up. She's seeing that there is so much more to life than ripping, running, being exhausted. I'm not having a midlife crisis. I'm not. I'm having a midlife awakening. And I will have margin. I will have peace. I will have joy. I will have slow mornings. I will have my coffee with Jesus. That's what brings me joy. I will crochet. I will take that cooking class. I will take that photography class. And I will take slow walks in this beautiful, 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 airy day. Yes. And now I'm getting ready to go and celebrate my guy's birthday. All right.